In Nigeria, we are even now at the stage of advocating for reduction in the multiple taxations on the MSMEs, because most of the complaints from the macro businesses is there is multiple taxation. The state government will charge them, the local government will charge them, FRS will charge them. So we are advocating for that. And secondly, we are also advocating for tax holiday on the startups. Those people, micro businesses that are starting off their businesses, there is need for us to give them a tax holiday, because this is being done in other economies. So we give them tax holidays for 2, 3, or 5 years to enable them reach a certain level.
You are calling for tax holiday, and it's surprising that this is very contrary to both the body language and the rhetorics of the federal government. You recall that recently that even the communication sector are proposing to increase tax on data use and other telecommunication services. So how do you intend to drive this plan that is very and obviously contrary to federal government's policy?
But this is give and take. Take an example. When you ask for tax holiday on startups, this is another category. And how many people are asking for the tax holiday? And then you can look at the feature, because it is after the tax holiday, they will be fully taxed on the other issues that need to be taxed. And again, you know, this CGS, this conditional grant scheme we are introducing, in one way or the other is going to help boost the revenue generation of the government at every level, because you are going to register them with CAC, and when you register these macro businesses with CAC, invariably they will be paying taxes yearly to the government. It will boost the revenue generation, and if you look at the volume of the people who wanted to influence their registration, you think of how much the government is going to drive out of that process. And then the government can be able to bridge the loss that is coming off from the tax holiday given to the startup.
What incentives are you offering to small and medium-scale investors?
One of the things that the investor will enjoy is this: we are stimulating and we are collaborating within the agencies working in the same environment. For example, we have now created, we are in the process of creating a situation whereby when a client or when any entrepreneur enter into SMEDAn, he can be able to obtain information necessary on whatever he might likely need. Because we have open DEX offices, we have DEX officers who are in charge of most of those institutions responsible for one thing or the other for the micro entrepreneurs. And the essence of doing that is to help them, because we have what we call business clinic in SMEDAn. If you enter that business clinic, you can be able to provide a lot of solutions. How to register with NAFDAC, we provide that information. How to standardize your goods or product, we can provide that kind of information. How to reach out to the Export Promotion Council, we have that window. How to reach out to CSC to register your businesses and do all these things. SMEDAn has these windows. And the major mandate of the agency is to access, to help in MSME to access funding. And that is why our windows are open between Bank of Industry, Bank of Agriculture, and other financial institutions.
So you talked about the terms of getting credit facilities through the CBN and other financial institutions. What are these terms? Could you spell it out?
That is, the DBN will dictate the terms and conditions for the small and medium enterprises to meet before they access the loan, not from the commercial banks, because the money does not belong to them. The money is for the Development Bank of Nigeria, and the money is meant for small and medium enterprises.
When you look at the deteriorating power situation in the country, and you recall that as a result of this, many business investors are taking their business away from the country. We have records that many have even relocated to as nearby as neighboring Ghana. So what are you doing what palliatives are you offering to potential business investors and also the existing ones to thrive in this economy?
You know, the issue of power in Nigeria, it has been a major challenge in the country. There is no doubt about that. And What we are doing at the moment is trying to develop our IDCs, because IDCs are supposed to be a place where small businesses operate. And then the essence of operating those small businesses the essence of having the IDCs is to reduce the cost of production, provide the basic necessary infrastructures in the IDCs to ease up way of doing business by those enterprises in the IDCs. We are in the process of developing the IDCs, growing them, restructuring them.
When the average market woman watches this show and hears many of these promises, they cry out saying that this is not their experience, that what they experience out there is contrary, trying to seek financial assistance from financial institutions, that it's more like to get assistance is usually very difficult. So what are you doing to promote a level playing ground?
So I cannot speak for BOI, but I know I can speak for SMEDAn. And SMEDAn is not a financing agency. What SMEDAn does is to facilitate access to credit. And honestly, I know there is a challenge being faced by macro businesses to access funding. And this challenge is largely because they could not meet all the requirements set for them to access those funding. And what we are discussing at the moment, in fact, that was the reason a program was set off, and it was established 2014, and we are pursuing it now. This program, we call it National Development Enterprise Development Program. It's a tripartite agreement between Bank of Industry, ITF, and SMEDAn. SMEDAn role is to provide entrepreneurship training and capacity building, business development support in terms of counseling, monitoring the businesses. ITF is to provide vocational and technical skills, and then Bank of Industry is to provide financing. And you know what is happening is after those trainings, we certify them, and then we now package them with a good business development plan. We package them to Bank of Industry for Bank of Industry to finance.
You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, what are the palliatives to cushion economic shocks in the small and medium-scale sector? Find out from the Director General SMEDAN,